Hello everybody and welcome into the SFA Season 17 Week 2 BearCave games. We are back for another week of fantastic football. It's a beautiful Wednesday evening here in Southern California as we've got a beautiful slate of head-to-head games. Lots of users on the schedule, lots of top 25s back on the schedule. Everybody has played a one game at this point. A lot of you guys have now played two. There's been some weird games. There's been some upsets. Congratulations, Nathan, on getting your first win of the season. Welcome in Wind. Game day a little bit later. Coach Calv, 2-0 as a rookie. Coach Phi getting it done against Vanderbilt. Coach Keith coming on in. He's going to start us off. So thank guys for watching live with us. As always, this is the SFA. It's an online dynasty ran through Discord, Twitch, and YouTube. You do not need the game to participate. You can jump on in, claim a team, and build them up to be a national champion, where I'll send you a trophy, some home field apparel, some stickers, and of course you'll be etched into SFA history. This is season 17 after all. We've been doing this over 4 years, so let's have a day. We got Coach Pablo in here getting his first win of his career against Western Michigan, so a lot of good games. So as always, this is BearCave. It's where we take the top 10 games of the week that are not game day. We'll jump in, sim them live. If they're any good, we'll jump in at the end. Otherwise, we'll just sim on through. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's get right on into it. And we're going to start off today with a big-time matchup. Western Kentucky moving over to the Sun Belt this year, taking on Coach Keith and the LA Tech Bulldogs. They got a massive win last week on BearCave in comeback fashion, defensive touchdown, interception. We didn't really see the offense. Well, they're going to go against one of the better offenses in the entire group of 5. So as always, Coach Keith, you are the home team. So just let me know, kick or receive, and we'll get right into it. Also, guys, check out our friends over at Home Field Apparel. They're dropping hockey sweaters tomorrow for 17 schools. So if you're into that, check them out. You can use code SFA for 15% off. And also, hopefully later this week, I got a surprise for you guys involving Home Field. And as always, if you want to be involved in supporting the SFA, getting more content, picking your schedule, that kind of stuff, you can check out patreon.com/the SFA. And part of that is you get to pick your own jerseys on BearCave. So LA Tech, Coach Keith, he is going with the all blues, but he wants that star and stripe helmet. So let's get on into it. He wants the ball. They're going to score. On paper, it's 83-79. And as always, guys, part of BearCave is the prediction aspect. So you can use those Bobanash, you can claim raffle tickets, and you can win player rewards for the following season. This game is going to be LA Tech plus, LA Tech is -3. You guys can also claim rejects in this, and participating is how your overall will be determined. So LA Tech is a 3-point favorite at home. Western Kentucky plus 3 points. Who are you going with? 1 minute on the clock. You guys got to be quick with these. But yeah, let's get on into it. 18 viewers. Welcome in. Welcome in. Last week we got a ton of viewership. This week, a beautiful Wednesday evening. Not competing with the NFL or anything anymore like we did all of last season with Thursday Night Football. Love to see it. Congrats for Oregon State. Coach KJ getting himself a second win this season. Coach Cam is in here. He has a big-time game a little bit later. All right, so let's get on into the first game of the stream. Remember, guys, we also have game day coming up a little bit later. Wyoming and UTSA. Injuries will be posted tomorrow, Coach Gronstall over at Eastern Michigan. So the day after a stream is when I always post Players of the Week and the injury updates. So here we go. We are at LA Tech Stadium. Remember, guys, we've got recruits committing tonight as well. So you can check the board right now. It is fully updated. I'm just waiting on a couple of visit results. But I do not think they'll impact any battle outcomes. But I'm not sure. Bum, bum, bum. Yes, I already do know the signings. All that is done last night after the board is closed. So the board is up today. It just doesn't show you the signings. Or any potential flipperoonies. Pablo, you got to do it if you want to get better. If you want to beat Western Michigan by more than 1 point, you got to recruit SFA players. That is the meta. It's the only thing you can really do. All right, here we go. First game of the day. Western Kentucky, age-old lore team. But Coach Keat wants the ball. He's going to score. Here we go. Game 1 of the stream. This is a massive non-conference game for the group of 5. Western Kentucky starts us out with a touchdown. Can Husky Boyle lead them down? They tie it up. Very back and forth first quarter. Here we go. Quarter number 2. Western Kentucky adds a field goal. They're going to add another field goal. The defense once again standing on their head, but turnovers galore for LA Tech. But they add a field goal right before halftime. Here we go. Second half, continuing to add the field goals on both sides. LA Tech can't capitalize on the long drive. We enter the fourth quarter. Remember, if it's a one-score game, we will jump in at the very end. Here we go. LA Tech needs a drive. They're going to run it all the way. They take half the quarter, and they take the lead. So Maximus Mays III, the SFA player, finds Deontay Lightfoot, the other SFA player. Remember, we'll jump in at the 2-minute mark. Can they punch this in? Oh, a big-time touchdown. Schmidt gives them the lead, 23 yards. The defense can't hold this time. So here we go. We'll jump in 2nd and 6 for LA Tech. They are down 7. Western Kentucky got the 2-point conversion. Husky Boyle on the field. Champ Bloomers, the SFA quarterback. Laz Palmer in his redemption game. Here we go. They're going to run some clock here. What craziness will we have this week? Champ Bloomers of Colorado transfer yams that to the corner, and it's caught. He got the feet down. They'll move the ball. That's Lucher Stensby, the starting corner. I called Coach Key a madman for putting him on both ways, but he is over 100 yards. Champ Bloomers now drops back. Yams it deep again. This one over everybody's head. How in the world does Lucher Stensby, not designed to be a two-way player, have 7 catches for 115 yards? That is diabolical. So here we go, 4 wide. Laz Palmer, top of your screen, the former Hilltopper. It's a delay give to Husky Boyle. He falls forward for about 4. Remember, they need a touchdown under 4 yards of carry here for Husky. They're kind of bringing them down. 3rd and 6, plenty of time. 3 timeouts on both sides. 4 down territory. Bloomers. Plenty of time. Floats that to the corner again. Wide open man. Broken tackle. Darren Washington gets 20. First and 10. Let's do it again. Laz Palmer on the right-hand side. Corner playing way off. It's going to be a screen to Husky Boyle. He turns upfield, breaks a tackle, and only gets 2. Husky Boyle, one of the most electric players in the nation when fully healthy. He returned to fully healthy at the beginning of this season. Trips left now. Palmer alone at the top. Champ Bloomers over the middle. Oh, that's double coverage. They'll live to fight another down, but that could have been the game. The Hilltoppers know a thing or two about forcing clutch turnovers in the red zone. Can they get another? It's going to be another screen pass, this time a mid-screen, and that goes nowhere. Keenan Hudson can't get it done. 4th and 8. Game on the line. What is the call from Coach Key in LA Tech? Boyle in the backfield. Bloomers drops back. It's a screen pass to Husky. Can he turn upfield? He follows his blockers. Breaks one. Can't break another. And Western Kentucky gets the turnover. Turnover on downs. The screen game not working there. So Western Kentucky is going to win this one on the road. They tried to get it to Husky Boyle in space, but he just couldn't find enough wiggle room. And here comes victory formation. Maximus Mays III gets it done again. As Western Kentucky continues to look for that Sun Belt Championship and that college football playoff auto bid. Come on. And there it is. Triple zeros. Took us a little bit to get us there. My goodness. So LA Tech gets it done, or doesn't get it done. Western Kentucky does on the road here. So for those of you guys on BearCave, this is a Western Kentucky outright victory. So congratulations to those who bet on it. We've got sound this week, thank goodness. Lucher Stensby with the thick arms. They were having a decent drive attacking the sidelines. Then all of a sudden they got cute and started going for the screen game. Not sure what that was all about. Might need to hit the showers, take a look at the playbook as we move on our BearCave route. Hey, screen passes typically work in this game somewhat. I mean, we've seen them taken to the house plenty of times. Mid-screens are typically the ones that don't work as well. But everything is better than a quick option. A quick option is by far the worst thing that can be called. So, as always, we'll take a look at the stat line. Lucher Stensby gets in for a touchdown. Champ Bloomers took it himself. So Champ Bloomers goes 21 of 36, 262, and a touchdown. Run the ball, Husky Boyle 104. Stensby leading receiver. On defense, Baron Veenkamp 9 tackles, 4 TFLs, and then 1 sack for Veenkamp. He went crazy. Ernie Wheeler had another turnover today. Couple of deflections, no fumbles for the defense. And as we look at Western Kentucky, Maximus Mays III goes 20 of 41, 294, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Run the ball, Matt Henry gets 54 yards. Deontay Lightfoot leads the way in both receptions and yardage. On defense, Sam Davis with 10 tackles, 4 TFLs, blowing up the middle, 1 sack for Adam Jaquez. And no interceptions, couple of deflections, a lot of opportunities. 2 fumbles, though, is the difference. Yeah, as always, situational, of course. But if you think about it, you're just, you're outsmarting them. They think you're going to go deep, you go short, right? All right, as always, got to get my players of the game. We got Maximus Mays, Champ Bloomers, and Ernie Wheeler, as this is a Western Kentucky outright victory. And we will move on. And the next game we're going to is the shock of week 0. Iowa State, they took down Oklahoma. What can they do against Army? Up to number 4 in the nation off of just the 1 win. Army lost to Southern Miss by a point in their first game, and then they lost their starting running back. So this is going to be a 7-point spread here for Iowa State. So who are you rocking with? Are you rocking with the Cyclones at Jack Trice, or are you going to go with the upset? Army plus 7. Who do you got? 1 minute on the clock. Get those Babanos in action. The more you bet, the better your chances. And Coach Schwartz, if you're here, let me know, kick or receive. Yes, Army does run triple option with Andy So 7-point spread here for Iowa State. Schwartz says kick. Alrighty. So 9.8. Oh, a lot of money going on the Cyclones here. Cam crystal balling Iowa State by 17. Let's see what we got. This could be a massive payout. A lot of times when you guys stack it one way, it doesn't go that way. So let's see what happens. Remember, this is a non-conference game. It's much bigger of a game for Army and the Independents than it is for Iowa State, who really only cares about the Big 10 or the Big 12 North. But all of these are massive. Kirko Squatch, Ray J. Butler, some big-time players on both sides. Here we go. Jack Trice Stadium, one of the greatest venues in all of college football. All right, so Army will get the ball first. Here we go. Jack Trice Stadium. And who is going to break ground first? Army does. So maybe Iowa State continuing that second half performance. Remember, they were down early against Oklahoma and rattled off, what was that, like 35 straight points? Army taking a 2-score lead here in the first half. Once again, Iowa State letting them hang around at 28-7 on the road. What is happening at 35-7? We're going in the fourth quarter. What in the world? 38! They finally score, but it may just be too late. It's a 24-point lead. It's now 16 points. I'm going to go one play at a time here. This is a shocker. Oh my, they got the first. This one's over, folks. 38-22 on your dome. The upset is complete. Army with the shock of the day. Upsetting number 4 Iowa State, 38-22 on the road. Pop Heyman gets into the end zone, but what a performance from the Army Black Knights. Oh my goodness, what just happened? 2 independent teams in the CFP. Rick already calling it. Kirko Squatch goes 15-25, 264, and 2 touchdowns. Run the ball. They couldn't run it at all. Greg Cooper getting only 59 yards. And through the air, Mazzy Barmore, and they held Ray J. Butler, the Team of the Year freshman, to 2 catches and 36 yards. On defense, wow, 4 different guys getting 10-plus tackles. Ego Torgensen, Shaq Mason, and Muyumbo Bole, all 3 SFA players. Ton of TFLs as well. How are you giving up all the scores? No interceptions. 1 deflection from Kelvin Cox. No forced fumbles. And for Army, what the heck happened? Andy Gatewood goes 11 for 18, 127, and 2 touchdowns. And here you go. A ton of attempts for a ton of different guys, all getting touchdowns. Still not really seeing how this could have even happened, but there you go. And then Reed gets 4 TFLs. The sacks, did we see, what, was there like a bunch of fumbles? What in the world did we just witness? 3 fumbles, that is the kicker. 3 fumbles, 2 of them recovered. And they had a blocked field goal or punt. That will do it. 38-22 is your final in a shocker. And we start out this week with another couple of outright victories. 27% of the money rode with Army, and they get it done. Holy Toledo. What a start to this game, or to this stream. Already a top 4 team going down already. What? Poor Schwartz, man. Yeah, that's tough. That is tough. Yeah, that's a sad one. All right, let's keep it rolling. You know what happens? You just move on to the next one. Hopefully it's not Georgia Tech suffering like they did in their last game when Kai Oyama put it on the ground. Can Pizza get the upset? That is the question. Now, I don't have a jersey request from either Mike or Pizza, so if you're here, let me know. And then Pizza, also give me heads or tails, kick or receive as well. For those of you guys betting on this game, it is a 9-point spread for Georgia Tech here at home. So you're going to go with GT, the -9, or are you going to rock with Texas Tech at +9? Get those Bobanos going. Pizza wants the Reds. All right, here we go. What's going to happen in this one? Texas Tech against Georgia Tech. Are we going to see even more shenanigans here to start the day? And then Pizza, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. You're the away team, so we got to go on board with you. So this is a massive non-conference game for Texas Tech. Shockingly 1-0 to start the year. Georgia Tech 0-1. Here we go. Cryo gifting us up. Thank you. Gifts it to our boy Jackie Moon, who's coming up in a big-time game against Fresno State. Thank you, Coach Cryo, our Twitch daddy. So tails and kick here for Coach Pizza time. And he wins the toss. All right. Hopefully they'll win more than just the toss tonight. Here we go. First quarter for Georgia Tech. And no score here early. Texas Tech gets on the board first. The away team is cooking. It's 3-0, folks. 10-0. Oh, my goodness. 17-0. What is happening today? Another stream of backwards logic. 17-7 right on your dome. Can Georgia Tech battle back? They get 2 back. They get another. They take the lead late. Texas Tech pulling a Rutgers on game day last week, but they take the lead right back. Here we go. Georgia Tech racing down the field. Remember, we'll jump in at the 2-minute mark if it remains close. A penalty on the offense. Can they punch it in? It's 3rd and 11. No. So they tie it up. We're down inside 5 minutes. Everybody's hands are sweating on both sides. They have to punt the ball. Georgia Tech has it. They're going backwards. They're going backwards. At 3rd and 30. And it's 4th and 22. They got to punt it back to Pizza. Can Pizza get the upset? All they need is one drive. Here they come. And then it is 4th and 8. They're going to have to punt. So here we go. Georgia Tech, and they pin them deep. They have to start at their own 8. Can Kai Oyama redeem himself? We've seen one play from him, and all he did was put it on the turf. He does it again! Touchdown, Texas State! Oh, my God! You can't write a better script! A shocker! Another defensive score! The fumble-rooski. Oh, no. We'll see this game later. That's not a real score. But the way things are going tonight, it may just be 31-24. Texas Tech gets on the board. Georgia Tech in shambles this season. Where is Clayton Tune when you need him? 2 minutes left. Georgia Tech fans are in shambles. They saw this in week 0. They're seeing again in week 2. Kai Oyama back on the field. It's going to be a quick option again. Kai goes up the gut. He's going to get 3. Unreal start here. Kai Oyama. He drops back to pass. Now he takes off. There he goes. He has some room. Breaks a tackle and can't get the first down. Brought down from behind. It will be 3rd and 1. Plenty of time, plenty of timeouts. The question is, can Oyama hang on to the ball? He keeps Oyama in it backwards. Here we go. Under center, Caleb Hardy in the backfield. Man in motion. They'll toss it out. And what are you doing? 3rd and 1, you're tossing it to a freshman in Trey Hunter. It's 4th and 4. Where has Texas Tech seen this before? Can they get the stop? Another massive upset brewing. What is the call? 4th and 4 for Georgia Tech. Man in motion, they'll throw it. Kai Oyama over the middle, hits the slant. The drive will continue. Brandon Collier, he gets his 5th reception of the day. They'll hurry it up. They're in pistol. Minute left. 3 timeouts on both sides. Yama's yamming it deep. Open man, the one-hand snag by Collier. They're inside the 10. They're going for style points now. Oyama, here we go. Inside the 20, they'll toss out the halfback pass. Oh, and Hunter goes down. He couldn't get it off his arm. 50 seconds. They went for the trickery. Under center at the 15. They'll hand it to Caleb Hardy. Breaks a tackle inside the 5. Just hand it to the fullback and nothing bad will happen. 3rd and 2, 46 seconds left. 2 timeouts, the big nasties. Oh, and they get him to jump. Will that give him a first down? Encroachment on pizza. On Brian Nash, it'll give him about a yard. It'll still be 3rd down. 3rd and inches. The big nasties on both sides. Can Georgia Tech tie it up? Man in motion. Hand it off to Hardy. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! They tie the game. So the blunder that set them back, they put it right back on the board. What is going to happen next? My goodness, what a game we're having. So the extra point's good. 31-31. Can Georgia Tech find a way to survive? That is the question. Just don't give up a yam to Manju Moonman, please. So here's the kick. It will not be returned. But there's a lot of hope in the Texas Tech camp this season with Garrett Grayson being an upperclassman. They got Manju Moonman. And now Jesse Jetster coming over from Michigan. Adding to the O-line as well. And the man to watch, top of your screen, number 23, Manju Moonman. 99 speed. Garrett Gamara dumps this short. It's caught, and they won't get much out of that. Clock continues to run. They're going to have to hurry it up. John McLeod back from injury after last season. 2nd and 6. Garrett Gamara. He yams it deep. Oh, and he goes way over everybody's hand, but Lincoln Rain was in the area. Don't think Manju would have caught it. 3rd and 6. You do not want to give Georgia Tech time here. It's empty. Over the middle, that's going to be a first down. He hits Roro Bierman, the true freshman. They'll hurry it up now. Empty again. 20 seconds left. They are in yam range. Garrett dumps that off yet again. It's Jesse Jetster, the Michigan transfer. And they'll take their final timeout. So 12 seconds left in a dream. They could get into field goal range here. Probably need about 20 or 30 yards. Pistol form, trips right. Drops back, corner blitz over the middle. Hits his man down the seam. That could do it. It's Jesse Jetster. He eclipses 100 yards. They'll hurry it up. Can they shock the world Is this close enough? It's about a 47-yarder from here. And yep, they'll come on out for the field goal. Coach Mike going for the field goal. Oh no. He's trying to ice him. It's not going to work. Coach Mike with 2 devastating losses back to back. Not like this. 47 yards from left hash to shock the world and win the game. Texas Tech, the kick is up and it is good! Triple zeros. Pizza gets it done in Atlanta. Back-to-back-to-back outright victories to start the stream. You never know what's going to happen in a BearCave setting. And everybody once again looks at Kai Oyama's fumble. Oh my lord, what a game. Congratulations, Texas Tech bettors. That is 39% of you guys. Big time payout for you. And now, yeah, after an 0-2 start, is it time to bench Kai Oyama? Or is it time to look at a scheme change for Coach Mike? He's been triple option since the dawn of time. Let's take a look at the stats here. It was a tough start. Texas Tech was out to a 17-0 start here, so they had to start throwing it. They got back into it, and the fumble recovery is really the dagger. So Garrett Gamara goes 24-39, 259, 2 touchdowns. Run the ball, JoJo Bierman just over 3 a carry. Jesse Jetster leads the way with 102 yards. Manju Moomin only 4 receptions for 19 yards. On defense, Ford Spraggins, he gets 9 tackles, 3 TFLs for Kendrick, 1 sack. The interception goes to Fred Good. Couple of deflections, and they don't credit you with a forced fumble on those botched pitches, but Chris Simmons got the touchdown. And for Georgia Tech, Kai Oyama, 14-29, 262, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Kai Oyama led the way on the ground. 3 touchdowns amongst them. They had to throw it a couple of times, hitting Brandon Collier on a couple yams there. On defense, 3 TFLs for Keith Young. No sacks, no interceptions, 4 deflections, no forced fumbles. So let's take a look at that fumble if we can. As always, there's a massive highlight like that. We want to see what the heck happened. So, all right. So, obviously, you start at your own 8, right? And he just misread the tackle. This is clearly one that you cut inside and you keep, right? Or you fake it at least, and he just right into his kneecap. And it's an easy touchdown. So that will do it for this game. 3 straight outright victories to start us out here. All right, so Texas Tech outright. Shockers indeed to start the day after a sim cycle that didn't really do much for us. If you're new around here, a lot of times if you don't have a lot of upsets in the sim, they come on BearCave and vice versa. So next up, we are going over to California. We're going over to South Carolina for Coastal Carolina and USC. Where are the boys? Let's go to the Pac-12. So USC and Coach Crew trying to find some defense. And same thing for Coastal Carolina. USC gave up 55 to Minnesota. Coastal Carolina gave up 47 to Central Michigan. I expect zero defense to be played in this game, as you've got Bryce Beers taking on Cookie Fetts. This is a 9.5-point favorite for USC. Vegas is not very high on Coastal after their performance against Central Michigan in Vegas in week 0. So, are you going to go with USC, or are you going with Bryce Beers and the generational talents? Get those Bob-Nas going. Got a minute on the clock. And Coach Crew, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. Also, if you have jersey preference, I did not see you drop anything in the Patreon chat. It is in South Carolina. Coastal Carolina is located in South Carolina. I do not know which city, but I would take a guess it's on the coast of South Carolina. So let's get on into it. USC going cross-country to take on the Chanticleers on the teal turf. See if Bryce Beers can rejuvenate this team. Generational talent. Lost a lot of pieces from last season. Remember, they made the semifinals. There he is, the best quarterback in the country. Cookie Fetts and Coach Crew, they made the playoffs 2 years in a row as well. This is a massive out-of-conference game. Coastal still feels like they have a chance to win the American. Hey, Wind, remember how many picks you threw to Coastal Carolina? All right, I don't see Coach Crew, so it's going to be heads and a kick. Here we go. The teal turf. It's Beers versus Fetts. It's 7-0 Coastal. 14-0 Coastal. Of course, we're going to get another one unless USC starts putting it right on the dome. It's 14-7 and a bit less scoring than I initially anticipated. We got a tie ball game going to halftime. Thought this would be a little bit higher scoring. 21-14. Going to the fourth quarter. Coastal is knocking on the door. Can Bryce Beers hammer it home? He can't! The 24-yard field goal is no good. Call Bryce Beers the Joe Burrow of the SFA. Getting no help out here. 21-21 now. 4 minutes left. And a fumble! Mecca Ayubi, the SFA player, recovers it. And here comes USC in plus territory. Remember, we cannot jump in unless we get to the 2-minute mark. USC takes the lead. Oh, this is diabolical. Not like this for my boy Bryce Beers. Here we go. A minute 50 left. Can Bryce Beers mount a game-tying drive? The generational talent quarterback has time. He takes off. There he goes. He goes up the gut. He cuts upfield. Breaks a tackle. Does not slide. Across the 50. 65 yards on the ground for your boy. Tackled by his brother, Bruce Beers, the middle linebacker. Bryce and Bruce facing each other for the first time. Bryce takes off and he goes down. That will be considered a sack. Ryan Morris gets home. They'll have to hurry it up. 3 timeouts for both sides. Here's the snap. Clean pocket for Bryce. Plenty of time. Yams that to the corner, and it just boinks right off the hands. Somebody help Bryce Beers, for crying out loud. He threw it so hard it went right off the helmet. 3rd and 12. Not like this, Bryce. 4-man rush over the middle, and it tipped away by Bruce Beers, his brother. He saw it coming from a mile away. What is the call? Bryce Beers already has 1 foot in the transfer portal. Can Bryce Beers find a way? Here's the snap. Yams it deep down the seam. Hits his man. They're inside the 20. It's Gary Smith. What a catch from the true freshman, the beefy boy. 273, making it look easy down the seam. Here we go. We're inside the 20. Can Bryce Beers tie it up? He keeps it. He cuts outside, evades Beers. Oh, he gets leveled. Antoine Fenton, the SFA player, takes his top off. They'll mark him short. 57 seconds. 3 down linemen, just hand it off. 2nd and inches. It's a keeper. Oh, and Bryce can't break through the linebacker. 3rd and 2. 9 for 20 on 3rd down. They're desperate for this one. What is the call? It's Bryce. Plenty of time. The running QB contain. He goes up the gut. He gets through. He pushes. Touchdown, Bears. They tie it up. He does it himself. But will they get this extra point? He already missed a 24-yarder, and this one is good. So here comes USC now. Cookie, Fetz, and company. They got Michigan transfer at running back, Jaquez Shady. Also, Ross Jackson, the transfer from Clemson, who got the most money in the transfer portal. I believe it was $700K. Miller Moss, Legacy Drive. Sir, that's Cookie Fetz. Put some respect on Cookie's name. 1st and 10 for Cookie. He's gonna get sacked. Oh, no. Ronnie McKenzie breaks through. They're going to have to hurry it up now. Only 1 timeout left. He was gearing up for a yam. Cookie floats it. And, oh, that is in a lot of traffic, but it's caught by Rob Powell. That'll be a 3rd and 2 now. 22 seconds left here. Looks like we might have overtime. Cookie Fetz dumps that one off. Oh, we get a stiffy. And Josh Williams will get 12. So they're going to have to hurry it up yet again here. Clock's going to start ticking. They are in yam range. Can USC finish this one off? Similar situation to Texas Tech. All they need is about 25 yards. Cookie. Down the seam. Hits his man. Is that good enough? They take the timeout. His 50th pass of the ball game. And no, it is not. So they can't kick the 52-yarder. They're going to have to try and yam it to the end zone. 7 seconds left. Cookie Fetz gears up. There it launches, and it's tipped and hits the turf. 2 seconds left. They'll have another chance. And now they try the field goal. What? So faking out everybody here. It'll be a 52-yarder. They got antifreeze. Can Coastal somehow get this to OT? 52 yards. They're going to use all 3 timeouts. Coach Trog not given any chances. So 52 yards for USC to win the game in walk-off fashion. Here's the kick. It is up, and it is no good! We've got free football here on the teal turf. 28-28. I do not see Coach Cruz, so it'll be just heads and defense per usual. We've got another banger BearCave happening tonight. We're only 4 games in. We've gotten into every single game, it seems. So Bryce Beers will start out with the ball here at the 25. Remember, old school rules. It's a keeper for Bryce. He goes to the outside, and he can't break the tackle from Antoine Fenton. 2nd and 9. It's Bryce Beers against the world. The generational talent. 4 wide. The audibles. Gonna hand this one off to Brown. He gets to the outside, and he's tripped from behind. Kevin Henderson with the dipsy-do. 3rd and 10. 10 of 21. 4 wide. Once again, one-man rush. Dumps that to the outside. Breaks one. Can't break another. So it'll be 4th and 3 decision time here for Coastal. They will bring out the field goal unit. So from left hash, about a 35-yarder to take the lead. Here's the kick. It is up and right through the uprights. So USC now, they can win it with a touchdown, tie it with a field goal, or lose with anything else. They'll start 5 wide. Cookie Fitz. He has time, dumps that short. It's caught, broken tackle. He cuts outside, and Terrence Williams gets 9. It'll be 2nd and 1. Williams goes over 100. Can they get to the end zone? 350 on the day here for Cookie Fetz. 2nd and 1. They'll hand this one off to the outside. He finds a hole. Stiffy's a man. He'll stretch it forward. That's Josh Williams. He gets 2. His 7th rush, potentially an injury to the starting running back here. What a game this has been. First and 10 at the 15. Cookie drops back, has time, and he yams it to the corner. Double coverage, intercepted, and that's going to be the game. Coastal survives. Bryce Beers wins. USC goes down. Four straight outright winners to start this BearCave. For weeks, this defense has been absolutely slandered for their play against Central Michigan, and they come into home field and they get it done against USC. Unbelievable game. USC had them on their 4th and 10. They let a big fatty, probably from Denton, get through the seam. And Coastal survives. Oh, baby. What a BearCave this has already been. Congratulations, Coastal Carolina bettors. There was 48% of you guys here. And then we might have a late night here, as we're only 4 games into this. We still got, I believe, 6 games left. Nice throw, Miller Moss. Thanks for coming out. All right, let's see the stats on this one. Scoring summary, it was Brown, D, Rivero. Ross Jackson got into the end zone twice. Powell got in twice in the 4th. What a comeback here for Coastal Carolina. So Cookie Fetz goes 31 of 53, 346, 4 touchdowns, and 1 interception. They could not run the ball for the life of them here tonight. Josh Williams led them in catches, and Williams 105 yards. On defense, Bruce Beers had the most tackles. TFLs go to Henderson and Parks. 2 sacks for them, Morris and Henderson. No interceptions on the night. And 5 deflections, so they had their chances. They did get 2 fumbles, but were unable to win the game. And for Coastal Carolina, Bryce Beers, 30 of 48, 345, 1 touchdown for the generational talent. He added 77 on the ground with a touchdown as well. Look at who he's throwing to, all like 75 overalls. On defense, Brian Brown gets 7 tackles. TFLs go to McKenzie and Tolbert. They had 3 total sacks, 1 interception from Scott Wade. What a pick it was. 3 deflections and no fumbles for them either. Yeah, I don't even think Rick, I bet there's no sim that you could find that you would have had these 4 outcomes all happening in the same sim. We got some crazy upsets brewing here, as this is a Coastal Carolina outright. So if you're just joining us, we are a little bit behind because Western Kentucky won outright, Army won outright, Texas Tech won outright, and Coastal Carolina won outright. All upsets so far. One more shocking than the one before it. And now we go down south to Death Valley. Surely Scotty Bean, the Make-A-Wish quarterback, can't do it again. So this is a 3.5-point favorite for LSU. We saw Illinois defeat Cal last week, but then Cal went and lost to Boise State. So how good are they really? LSU and Coach Llama, or are you going to go with Illinois and Coach Cam? Cam, you're the road team. You get to call it heads or tails, kick or receive. Get those Bobinas going. Heads and receive here for Coach Cam. Can Scotty Bean get it done against LaVelo Blackley, former #1 quarterback versus a reject quarterback? The stars are aligning for Illinois. Or will Coach Llama and his team full of guys from the projects get it done? It's Next Chance U over in Death Valley. So let's see what happens here. It's a 3.5-point favorite for LSU. Number 10 in the nation. As we've already seen, rankings don't matter hardly at all here. We're going to skip through so that we make sure we get our UI not to glitch. Heads and receive here for Coach Cam. So here we go. Death Valley, who is going to start us out? Illinois takes the first lead of the game. Oh, baby, it's happening again. 14-3. LaVelo shit himself. It's Illinois. It's 21-10. It's literally happening again. Is LSU going to fall at home? 28-10 is your score, but they're hanging in there. It's 28-24, another barn burner. What will happen here? LSU does have the ball. Can they go down and score? They're going to have to punt it here. Remember, we'll only jump in if it's 2 minutes. So here comes Illinois. A touchdown could put this out of reach. They're moving the ball. Oh, baby, it's 1st and goal. Bean, can they punch it in? It's 4th and goal. And no good! Illinois had goal to go, and they failed. And they can't even add the field goal. Here's the chance for LSU, and they're going backwards. And a big play! Oh, baby, this one's coming down to the wire. 4th and 6. And they don't get it! So Illinois has the ball. Here we go. 3rd and inches. Chance for LSU to get off the field. Scotty Bean under center. It's the handoff to McKeever. He gets through. Dario Zwick, the freshman, gets the tackle, but now 1 first down will end the game. Scotty Bean, he's going to throw it. Bean over the middle, and it's a catch. That's risky. A drop would have stopped the clock. Scotty Bean, 376 and 4 touchdowns. Absolute domination here from the Beanster. 2nd and 4. The handoff to McKeever. A first down ends it, and he goes down. Llama calling his last time out. They need a stop desperately. Hopefully it's an incompletion. Down 4. They're fine giving up a field goal. They've got to get the stop. Bean under center. What's the call? It's going to be a throw from Bean. He takes off. He has room. There goes Bean. It's a first. And that should do it! Illinois knocks off the favorite on the road 2 weeks in a row. So here comes victory formation. Another top team is about to go down. What are we seeing here today? Everything you thought you knew about this season is going on down, man. 2nd and 12, it is all over. Scotty Bean gets his Make-A-Wish victory. Congratulations, Illinois. 28-24, Illinois gets it done. Another outright victory to start us out. 44% of you guys, that percentage is climbing. Maybe next game you guys will get on the horse of the bandwagon. I mean, we got 5 straight outright victories. And yes, early season rankings are always frauds. We always know that, but these teams aren't really that far apart though. It's an 83 overall versus an 81, right? LSU probably should have won because they are at home, but this one's not too big of an upset. But we have had a couple of massive ones already. 5 straight outright winners here today to start BearCave. Congratulations, Cam. If you're just joining us, all outright winners. And now we get to our first push game. So what the heck's going to happen there? All right, here's the scoring summary. Addie McBuckets gets a 58-yarder. Scotty Bean goes 26 of 41, 376 and 4 tutties. Arlo McKeever, I mean, they really couldn't run the ball that well, but they stuck with it. Nigel Cunningham, the SFA player, gets 6 receptions for 104. Osborne gets it done. And on defense, Brunner, 12 tackles for the sophomore, 5 TFLs. He did get 1 sack. Domination there in the middle. And you know what? That's because they don't have a very good center for LSU. So that's a massive... So you exploited a massive weakness here tonight for LSU. That's probably the difference. Is Lavello Blackley goes 13 of 22, 205, 2 touchdowns. Addie McBuckets averaged 6 yards a carry, but it wasn't enough. As Jelani McCray, the SFA player, only gets 3 catches. And on defense, Romeo Krotz, he gets 11 tackles. Evans gets 11, and Swick gets 9. 5 TFLs for the number 1 defensive tackle in the class. 3 sacks, no interceptions, couple of deflections, and no fumbles. Yep, Scotty Bean was pretty fast on that play. Gotta think it was a designed run. I don't think anybody saw it coming. Scotty Bean, man. He's been through chemo. He can handle Death Valley. So there's your players of the game. It's an Illinois outright victory here. What a week 2 it's already been here. All outright victories. I can't keep saying it enough. But now we're getting to the games that are very, very evenly matched. Very good on paper. Let's see what happens. First up, we've got the Patreon BearCave Game of the Week. This is voted on by our Patreon members and the spread as well. So SMU going on the road, take on UNLV. This is a pick'em game. So Coach Mushbrain, he does get heads or tails, kick or receive because he is the road team. But are you going with SMU or are you riding with UNLV? We saw SMU last week, not a very good showing. Same thing with UNLV in the sim. They didn't really show too much either. And then we got to make sure we get Cryo, the Hey Reb. Tails never fails and kick. All right, he wants the Hey Reb Blacks, so there we go. We'll go on board with Mustang. Nice. If Wyoming loses the UTSA, the Mountain West Mountain Division would be... Who has the 1 win? Is it, not San Diego State? Is it Nevada? Probably Nevada. All right, let's get it done. Can Mushbrain make up for last week? He gave Wandell Hootie another shout. No quarterback change this week. Riding with Wandell Hootie at least one more time. So we are in Allegiant Stadium. We are here in week 0, where Coastal got smoked by Central Michigan. Remember, this stadium is just dark, so it's not a lighting issue on your end or a brightness. It's just how the stadium is. So tails in kick here for SMU. Crawdad Sutherland. So it looks like SMU will start with the ball, and they are gonna score, hopefully. Need that Jacrise Bass and Wandell Hootie connection to start doing things, as it's a quick touchdown for UNLV. No score for SMU in the first. Here we go, big play, and they add 7, and here they come again, and they cannot score. Oh, and a big play for SMU. They take the lead. Can they add points? Yes, they do! 21 unanswered here for the Stangs. And we go into the third quarter. They add a field goal. Can UNLV reverse punch it? No, they can't. SMU adds another. Is this going to be a blowout on their home turf? It's 28-13. We'll jump in if it's a one-score game. SMU is pulling away. So we'll go one at a time, see if Parker Towns can get it done here. Big play after big play. Can they punch it in? First and goal. Yes, they do. Tyke Lashley gets it in. The SFA player, the onside kick gets recovered by SMU. They need a stop. They're desperate for a stop. Oh, and they get the stop, and it's good. So 3-score game here. It's not looking good for UNLV. See if they can somehow find a way. Less than a minute left. It's not looking good. UNLV is gonna go down in a massive road victory for SMU after a heartbreaker last week. So 38-20 is your final. SMU gets the outright victory. No spread was in that game. Let's check out the scoring summary here. Lashley gets in. Baldwin, Davis. Davis again. Baldwin, Lashley. So it looks like they covered up Jacrise Bass pretty cleanly. 23-39, 329, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Run the ball, it was Jerry Baldwin. So dump off Merchant potentially here tonight, as, yeah, Jacrise Bass doesn't get much. It's Greg Davis. Ches Northcutt couldn't do anything. On defense, Sean Harris, 10 tackles, 4 TFLs. The sack goes to Harris as well. No interceptions. 3 total deflections. DeGeeter gets in there in a fumble for Giddy Upman. And for UNLV, Parker Towns, 18-34, 224, 2 touchdowns, avoids the Concepcion line. And Rush Kinghorn, his first carries, or BearCave performance, he gets 100 yards. And Tyke Lashley, true freshman, having a big-time game as well. On defense, DeMarcus Davis and Collier get 9 tackles apiece, 3 TFLs, no sacks for the defense, no interceptions. The deflections go across the board. They got 5 total, and no fumbles for the UNLV Rebels. So that's going to do it here from Allegiant Stadium. It's a rebuild year here for UNLV. They just got to grow the players. And for SMU, they've been saying it's just a rebuild year for centuries, so this is a big step forward. All right, so we're officially into the second half of BearCave now. Thanks for sticking with us. And oh no, based on what we've been seeing, is Bob Rubshaw the man with a plan to avoid the upset? Everybody's outright winning here today. Can number 1 avoid it? Zerlaxis Brow, if you're here, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. North Carolina is a 4.5-point road favorite here tonight. SMU won that game. Congratulations on those Bobinas, as we will go back to the covers. So who you got? Are you going UNC at the -4.5 on the road, or are you rocking with Clemson? Is Clemson back? They kicked out a bunch of players to the transfer portal, renewing that culture, trying to get back to their season 9, 10, 11, 12 ways where they were going natty for natty, bar for bar with Ohio State. North Carolina playing in our national championship last year on the back of freshman Bob Rubshaw. Saw him in week 1 game day, or week 0 game day, a big-time performance against Michigan. Can they get it done here? Don't see Sir Alexis Brio in chat so far. We'll see what he decides. We got 3 more games after this, including a massive matchup between Coach Kennelly and Coach Jackie Moon, IRL best friends. -3 for Florida State, 2 chokers. Never know what's going to happen there. We got rain here at another Death Valley. See if Dabo slips down the slide right there, the slip and slide down the hill. It's all about pride. Clemson Memorial, here we go. Don't see Sir Alexis Brio, so it's heads and kick like usual. Remember, if you don't catch a stream, I always just do heads and kick. Here we go. 7-0 Clemson early. Oh no, 14-0 number 1 on the ropes. Not like this, Bob. Please, Bob, please. That's 17-0. They add a field goal. It's not looking good for Bob. Down 14 at halftime. Can UNC make a comeback? It's not looking good. The defense standing on their head. But fourth quarter, not looking good. They're down 17. Clemson is dominating this game. And oh my goodness, this is embarrassing. Wait a second. We get a yam. It's Bob Rubshaw to Tyrone Easley. The Yams legend. Is he going to save the day? They get the stop they need. Can we see another yam? Hogan for 20. Manning for 27. Here comes UNC. It's Tally for a tutty. They're down 7. Clemson on the ropes. Are we going to see a 17-point blown lead? It's 4th down. They punt it. Remember, we jump in at the 2-minute mark. Here we go. It's 3rd and 7. UNC, a miraculous fourth quarter. Can number 1 get it done? Bob Rubshaw. The jerseys are almost black at this point. It's sopping wet. 3rd and 7 in a dream. Bob Rubshaw. He drops back. He has time. He dumps it short. It'll be a 1st down to Manning. They're across the 50. Fresh set of downs. It was 24-3 entering the fourth quarter. And the Yams legend Tyrone Easley lives to fight another down. Here we go. Rubshaw yams it deep down the sideline, and it's out of bounds. Must have slipped out of his hand a yard out. Just slightly overthrown, trying to find Tyrone Easley. He couldn't tightrope. 2nd and 10. Quick option. Rubshaw's going to keep it. He gets some room down the left side, showing shades of the CFP season 16. Down to 90 seconds. UNC showing why they're the number 1 team in the nation. The resiliency of this ball club. 1st and 10, it's Rubshaw. Over the middle, it's dropped! Slipped right out of his hands. It would have been a 1st down. Tally drops it. Minute 20 left. You can see why their jerseys look the way they are. It is pouring out here. Dumps that one short. Broken tackle from Tyrone Gary, but it's going to be 3rd and 8. Plenty of time. Time not a factor right now. They just need a touchdown. They're 28 yards away. They're playing very far off, scared of the yam. It's 3rd and 8. Rubshaw has time. Floats it out wide. They get half of it back to Mike Manning. 4th and 4. Game potentially on the line. They still do have the timeout, so it's not critical, but trips right. 4th down. It's a fake. Rubeshaw floaties, and it tipped away! Giorgio D'Antonio, the SFA player. And number 1 might just be going down. And you know who's loving this is Rocky Top. Oh, and they're going to take the carry right up the gut. I didn't see the play, but that might have just ended his. Brutus Meatcake can't bring him down. Everybody's going down left and right. Also, was that like a handoff out of the victory formation? I don't know, but man, oh man, I think they technically could get the ball back here with about 8 seconds left. Number 1 on the ropes. 3 for 16, and they're going to win the game. That is just depressing. They're not getting slippery here. They're just going to sit on it. They have to snap it here on 4th down, so they will punt it. We'll see if Bob Rubeshaw gets a play or not. We're going to have to sit here and wait 6 seconds between the game clock and the play clock. See if Clemson can end the game here on this play, or if Rubeshaw will get 1 yam. You've got the greatest yam receiver of all time on the receiving end, so they can just get it to Rubeshaw. 3 seconds, you got to get down. 2 seconds, 1 second, triple zeros. Clemson has done it. They upset number 1 here at home. And you can hear it raining down good old Rocky Top. Rocky Top, Tennessee, as they will likely take the number 1 spot next week. Bentley Rodriguez, the true freshman SFA player, IGR player. And is this a new era of Clemson football? Is Clemson officially back? This does not bode well for the ACC if Clemson has emerged a contender. As North Carolina, the odds-on favorite for their division, have taken a loss to the other side. What a bear cave. All outright victories. We had 1 push game, but it's still technically outright. My goodness, what is this week? And you're exactly right. You guys are starting to get the hang of it here. 61% of you went with the upset. We got an upset-loving Bear Cave tonight. That does not bode well for UTSA on game day. So you might want to start betting heavy here on Wyoming. All right, let's take a look at the stats here. We keep on going through this legendary slate. Tyrone Easley gets a 66-yard yammer. Bob Rubeshaw, 19 of 34, 241, 2 touchdowns, 55%. Manning running, they played okay. It's just, I think the rain killed them. 4 receptions, 104, the perfect Tyrone Easley stat line if you've watched the Yams. Doing exactly what he was designed to do. Banks and Graves, Brutus, Meatcake doing what they're supposed to do, but, they just couldn't score enough points. 2 sacks, no interceptions. They couldn't turn the ball over. A lot of chances. They got 1 fumble, but they didn't recover it. Clemson, Josh Brown, the true sophomore, 10 of 25, 135 and 2 scores. Running the ball, it was the fullback getting involved here. Bentley Rodriguez as well. Then receiving, Aaron Hall leading the way. Everybody else having 1 catch. That's disgusting. And on defense, John Matthews, 10 tackles, 4 TFLs, 4 total sacks. That's probably the difference here. And the deflections, Giorgio D'Antonio, the guy who decided to stay. And they also got 2 fumbles here. So Tough day for the favorites. Tough day for the top 25. And part of that is a lot of these top 25 teams had a week off. They played in week 0, had a week off. Maybe, you know, not enough reps or something. Not really sure, but... And look at Banks and Graves. Like, no eyebrows either. Just a bald-ass head. Maybe it's alopecia. But that is a Clemson outright victory if you're tallying up your own BearCave. I mean, all of them have been outrights. You don't have to really check your notes too far here tonight. And let's continue on. We have only a couple of games left. We are going to go down to Florida to visit the Swamp. We've got Washington at Florida. People like, Washington? Washington's back? Clemson's back. Is Washington back? Washington used to be a powerhouse. They look like they might be again. And we got Florida, who lucked out last week. So, I mean, very even here on paper. This is going to be... this is a 2-point favorite for Florida at home. So, are you rocking with Tribe or are you rocking with Coach Damien? Remember, guys, these are all massive victories in the non-conference. 3 at-large bids this season. So, you got to win these games. So, Damien, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. We got 3 games left. What an unbelievable slate. Cannot wait to see your guys' top 25. If you want to hear your voice heard, drop your top 25 in the coach input section. They'll be tallied up by tomorrow evening. The Huskies are officially back if they win this. All right. I'll take that. I mean, the ranked number 24, people are already starting to feel like they're back. They're always very heavy on defense. They run a very unique style of offense. It's very fun to watch. They've had guys like Rayshon Gloop and Tehu Nakamoto transfer out because they weren't able to perform in this offense, but they always get a sim quarterback that just ends up fitting just right. So we'll see what happens in this one. Washington, one of the biggest losers of the transfer portal every year, as people are always transferring out. But look at that. Giving up 7 points a game right now. And it's raining in the Swamp. Points to Florida on this one. We've got 19 viewers. Thank you guys for popping on in, spending your Wednesday night with us here. We got a couple of more games, and we got a big-time game day with UTSA and Wyoming coming up a little later. Here we go. Tap the Gator head. Can Tribe get it done again? Decorian Thunder playing in the rain, the second game in a row. Don't see Damien, so if you're not here, it's always heads and kick. Number 6, number 24, let's have a night. Florida starts out for 3. They get 6. Field goals don't win games. Touchdowns do. We'll see if Washington can make them pay. They can't make them pay there. Florida, they get another field goal. It's a field goal game. 9-0 here at halftime. Washington not doing anything on offense as Decorian adds another field goal. He's the field goal merchant. It's 12-0. Field goals might end up getting it done here tonight. Are we going to see a rare shutout here on BearCave? They don't happen too often, and they get the touchdown, but they miss the extra point because, of course, they do. So, once again, they have to punt. We might see Washington here. 12-6 here in the fourth quarter. They're starting in the shadow of their own goalposts. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty. Time is coming off the clock. Here we go. Washington has the ball at the 50-yard line. 2 minutes left. A touchdown is all they need. Can they get a massive upset here in the Swamp? The outright victory. Can they do it? Clock is running. They need a touchdown. Here's the snap. It's an end around, and he gets through. Beautiful blocking. It will be a first down. The trickery ends up working here. Corey Arnold, one of the leading receivers in the nation over the first couple of weeks. It looks like they're running cover 4 here. Interesting call. Here's the snap. Floats over the middle. It's caught. That'll be another first down. Julian Jones for 14. Here come the Huskies. 12-6. Brandon Outlaw, their new quarterback. He has 2 interceptions on the night. That doesn't matter right now. And they throw it to the flats. He turns upfield, and Rashad Rosario gets 5. Yeah, I believe that's exactly what it looks like on the field. So here we go. 2nd and 5. Florida, can they hold? 3 wide. Outlaw has time, floats it wide open. Man, Stiffy's a corner. Oh, baby, here come the Huskies. Showing these Floridians what it's like in the Pacific Northwest. 1 minute left. Can they punch it home? The handoff, it is Rosario up the middle. He trucks a Gator and gets 3. John Brown on the tackle. Second and 7. The Maryland Eye here in the swamp. It's a handoff to the fullback. Oh, baby, what a play. Bruce Thorne, they have a chance to take the lead. Parting the Red Sea right there. Here we go. The extra point to take the lead. The kick gets up and it's good. Another outright victory on the doorstep. But can Decorian Thunder get it done? Another chance at a game-winning drive. The kick, oh no, that one is going to the corner. We'll see what Florida does with it. He cuts to the outside, he has room. There goes Florida down the sideline. They push him out at the 35. Already in fringe field goal range. What a return there from Florida. Wasn't expecting that. Decorian Thunder only needs like 10 yards now to get this into comfortable field goal range. They've kicked 4 already here tonight. So Decorian Thunder, the SFA player, drops back. He throws that to the first row. Just throws that away. Florida played a brain game in their first one versus Georgia Tech, playing another here. If you're Florida, you'd like at least another 10 yards to make this comfortable. It's a split back set. Thunder, oh, they bring a blitz. He hits oh no, he hits the running back and he drops it. He had to throw that just early, and that is the benefit of a hurry, messing with that timing. 3rd and 10, trips left. The handoff, oh, it's blown up! Here comes Washington! Eddie Mills bursts through, and they're no longer in field goal range. You start at the 35 and you can't get a field goal on the field? Game on the line right here. Decorian Thunder, the split back. Florida, he yams that and oh no. Washington is going to win the game. Oh, Tribe. You start on the 35 and you can't get 5 yards? You lose 4? That was a very Kirk Cousins thing to do right there. Decorian Thunder, he threw the interception against Georgia Tech, got bailed out. And now this week, he starts on the 35 and can't even get plus yardage. And Washington survives on the road. A massive upset for Coach Damien, who was on he was on a punishment from last season to keep his job. He has less of a budget this season. This win is going to skyrocket him in coach approval. Congratulations, Coach Damien, back on the right side of history here. And another outright victory. What is the world coming to? Are we going to get a clean sweep from the outrights? Game day is an outright game for both sides, so if we can get to game day, it's an outright sweep because there is no spread in that one. Michigan and Florida State are both shivering in their boots at this point. So let's take a look. The scoring summary is not going to be long. A lot of field goals. Like I said, field goals lose games. You get 4 of them, they get 2 touchdowns, it's over. So Brandon Outlaw goes 14 to 27, 165, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, and that's all he needed. They run the ball very well like they normally do. They spread the ball around very well. No egos on this team, as Cameron Cox gets 13 tackles, 5 TFLs, and 2 sacks, Cock and Mills. And no deflections, but the 1 forced fumble, Eddie Mills. So big-time senior making big-time plays there for them. DeCorian Thunder, 18 to 33, 274. Run the ball, Roderick Black, 69 yards. Thunder, 39, and that's all they could really do. Alvin Cornett, the SFA player, gets 63 yards. What did I say? Hey, Cock? 8 tackles for Hines, 4 TFLs for Hines. No sacks. The interceptions go to Golden and Dayton Zaid, the SFA player, making some plays. 3 deflections here for Cameron Roberson. And no fumbles. So Florida with a tough loss here. Truly an even matchup, though. And all the people picking covers this week are in shambles. We might see some of the lowest BearCave scores we've ever seen. Because most of you guys are, hell-bent on only picking cover. So that's a Washington outright victory. We got 2 games left here on the BearCave slate. So, can we find an unlikely hero here on BearCave? Will it be Michigan? And Coach Mango, normally the villain. Mango, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. They lost on game day in week 0 to UNC. Oklahoma State shocked the world with an upset in their first game. See if they can do it again. This is a 7.5 point spread, so everybody should be picking Oklahoma State if you know what's good for you. Will Michigan be the first team to stop the terrorism on the SFA? As we got Oklahoma State at plus 7.5. This just shows the parity of the SFA is always insane. Especially in BearCave games. You go on BearCave, you don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, Nathan, it's a tough week for everybody. I don't blame you. So let's see what you guys are going to pick here. I mean, this one looks like it's clearly going to be Michigan, but very even on the money. And I love the rivalry between Rick and Mango. If Mango loses this game, he has no right to complain about the opponents. Yeah, I don't know if anybody took all upsets. I highly doubt it. I almost always see all covers plus, but I don't think I ever see no upsets or all upsets. All right, here we go. Is Mango going to shock the world? The team was very impressive after like a quarter against UNC. They came back, were playing really well, took the lead there at the end. So on the road here in, was this Stillwater? Oklahoma State into the top 25. New era here for OK State. They thought they'd regress, but they had an upset in their first game. So I don't see Mango, so we'll go heads and kick. First quarter here in Stillwater. Oklahoma State scores first. Michigan does respond. Brooklyn Porter, the true freshman. Can he lead the way? Another touchdown for Oklahoma State. Michigan responds. Michigan takes their first lead of the ball game, and it's tied. Oh, baby, a 59-yarder at the end of the half. It's 21-21. Michigan takes the lead. Oh, they get another quick score. There we go. Michigan's going to pull away. Michigan getting it done, saving the cover, folks. A dominant quarter, 28 points here in the third. Unless we see some miracle, Oklahoma State is going to go down. Domination here from the Michigan men. 56-28 on your dome. What a third quarter it was. 21-35 in the fourth, or in the third and fourth quarter, the second half. But they had a 73-yard pass to Battle, and then just domination from Michigan, much like game day. They dominated the second half. 56-28. That is going to be a Michigan cover, as the whole server can breathe a sigh of relief here in their BearCave scores. That one should have been a layup. Surely you guys all picked Michigan cover, as James Love goes 24-37, 334, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Shane Smith taking over the carries, so maybe a Greg Rogers injury here. But he had 2 touchdowns. Nick Booker, 10 receptions, 157. Fifi Hobson, SFA player, 8 tackles. A lot of different guys getting in the TFLs. Meatball getting a sack, interception, Gerald Bray. A couple of deflections, no fumbles. There's some poor soul that picked all covers except for Oklahoma State. As Brooklyn Porter, the true freshman, hung in there for a half, but they couldn't get it done. 14-31, 216, and 3 touchdowns. JP Battle gets 100, and as you look here, this is what it looks like for the stats. Patrick Brown, 11 tackles. Sidney Swipes, the SFA player, had 8. The sack goes to Wade Scott. Interception for Sidney Swipes. Transfer from Tulsa. And that will do it. 56-28 on your dome. As everybody can breathe a collective sigh of relief. So now we got the game I was thinking would be game day. Obviously, the game day we got is still going to be wonderful and everything, but oh, baby. Michigan cover, the first one of the day. So now the main course, the main event here at BearCave, we've got friend on friend IRL. I believe Jackie Moon had Kennelly as his best man in his wedding. Will we get some bad blood? Will we get another classic Florida State meltdown? It's Fresno State, one of the favorites in the G5 to make the playoff. Or will it be Florida State? There's a chance here in the ACC. Who covers? This is going to be an FSU. So Florida State, -3, taking on Kennelly. And Fresno State and Borb. BearCave reward player. 1 minute on the clock. Who do you got? Kennelly, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. He says heads and kick. And for jerseys, it was Jackie Moon who wanted to go with the All Blacks. Do they have a black jersey? Okay, yeah, they do. There you go. And then we've got them all whites with the script helmet. A lot of money, I think, going on Fresno State. I can't see it personally, so. Let's see what happens. Florida State, Fresno State, live and in color from Tallahassee. Both teams lost heartbreakers in week 0. Florida State lost to Cincinnati. Fresno State threw a pick to Baylor. Who is going to win this one? Loser of this game likely out of the at-large race and will have to win their conference. Brian Browning, one of the better receivers in the nation. What is wrong with Brian Browning's face? My God. Here we go, folks. The Seminoles and the Bulldogs at Doak Campbell. And we got heads and kick from Kennelly. The tension is palpable. Saturday night game, here we go. First quarter, Florida State. It's 0-0. These teams feeling each other out. And a field goal is no good. So here we go, second quarter. It's still zeros. Florida State breaks it first. They get 7. Fresno State responds. Borb running the ball. They take the lead right before halftime. Florida State on their back heels, and now they're down 14. But here comes Florida State. They add 1. Can they tie it up? They're driving as we enter the fourth quarter, and they tie it up. Oh, baby, here we go. It is a punt. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty. We're going to go one play at a time, get a defensive penalty, dinking and dunking it down the field. Travion Burner getting to his 40 carries mark as it's 4th and 2. Ben Brothers had to throw it away, and they are going to punt it. So here comes Fresno State. Borb gets a pass. Here they come. Oh, no, they're going backwards. It's 3rd and a million. 4th and 18. They're going to have to punt the ball right back. So here comes Florida State. Oh, a big play. They're already at midfield, and they cross midfield now. Here they come. We're going to go, and a penalty. All right, 2nd and 14. One more play, 3rd and 6. Here we go. 2 minutes left. We knew it would come down to this. A tie game. Ben Brothers, the true freshman. They're bringing a safety down. Ben Brothers handles the blitz over the middle. Hits his man. They go up the field, and that will get inside the 20. Here come the Seminoles. Ben Brothers 15 and 19 passing here today in just his 2nd career game. Inside the 20. Fresno State starting to use some of those timeouts. Pistol form. The handoff, Travion Burner up the gut. He cuts out wide, and they bring him down. As they call another timeout here. Fresno State got to get a stop so they can get the ball back. Tie game, 2nd and 9. Brothers and pistol. Motion man. It's another handoff to Burner. He cuts outside. And he cannot break the tackle. A big-time stop in the open field. 3rd and 5. They just converted a 3rd and 6. Can Coach Jackie Moon get it done? Their running clock, pistol form. Let's give you a handoff here to Burner to the outside. Can he get there? No! His 31st rush of the day, and he cannot get there. The field goal unit comes on out. So to take the lead, we're going to have to wait and see, but it looks like Fresno State will have about a minute with no timeouts left. This will be about a 26-yarder from right hash. To take the lead, Jackie Moon, the kick, it's up, and it is good! Looks like he just slipped it in that left upright. So Fresno State will get their chance. 1 minute, 3 seconds in a dream for Conrad Gatterdam. They take the return, they take it out, and spins forward to the 22. It's Will Sweeten Jr., the transfer from Colorado State. So they had a chance to win against Baylor last week. They threw a pick. What can Conrad do this week? Field goal would send us to OT. His 2nd game starting, yes, but he was redshirted last year. So Conrad Gatterdam, over the middle, hits his man. That is tight end Grant Goslin, I believe. No, Michael Bernard. He looks like a tight end. Is they're going to hurry it up. Already 47 seconds left. He's had a pretty good day. Gatterdam, over the middle. That's going to be a first. No, he drops it. That went back to Bernard. So it'll be a 3rd and 3. 40 seconds left. Can the defense stand on their head? Borb in the backfield. Here's the snap. Clean pocket for Gatterdam. Rolls right. He can't find anything, and he goes down. down. It's a sack. They've got to hurry it up now. This could be ball game. It's 4th and 11. As the war chants reigns supreme. Here we go. 21 seconds left. Gatterdam. He dumps it off. They got to make a big play, and they can't. It's a turnover on downs. Florida State will hang on. What a game here in Tallahassee, as Florida State will get a critical non-conference victory to get back in the ACC race. 24-21, barring a disaster. 2 weeks in a row, and Conrad Gatterdam can't get it done. Oh my goodness, Jackie Moon getting a win on BearCave. That never happens. Coach Kennelly starting out 0-2 is the favorite in the Mountain West. Remember though, all you got to do is win your conference to make the college football playoff. 3-point losses to Baylor and Florida State will look very good on that resume come end of November. We all know it. Fresno State is proving they can hang with the big boys. Yeah, I'm not worried about Fresno State. 10-2 with 6-point combined losses, you're making the playoff if you win your conference, obviously, but you'll get a home game in that situation. Oh, baby. So what a BearCave it was. An hour, 40 minutes. We're going to be getting a late start here on game day. Remember, guys, we'll go through the rest of this game. We'll preview next week, and then we'll take about a 5-minute break as I get set up for game day. Got a big one in the Conference USA taking on the Mountain West. So 24-21 was the final. Browning, Goslin, Borb gets in the end zone. Brothers gets a rushing touchdown as well. So stats look like this. Conrad Gatterdam, 22 of 39, 279, and 2 touchdowns. Run the ball. Borb gets over 100 yards and gets into the end zone. Borb leads the way in receptions along with Goslin and Bennett. Yardage goes to Goslin, and pancakes look like that. Defensively, 3 TFLs for Hauser and Phillips. No sacks on the night. No interceptions, deflections, not many, only 2. And the forced fumbles, they only got 1 of them, Marcus Vilma. For Florida State, Ben Brothers, the true freshman, 15 of 19, 221, and 2 tutties. Travion Burner, 31 carries, 142. Brian Browning gets 6 receptions and 10 tackles here for Barry Arganda. TFLs, you get 3. The sack goes to Jose Patrick. We saw that one. No interceptions. Deflections, we get 1. No fumbles. Alrighty. So let's pay you guys out here. And as always, before we get on out, we always check next week to see what potential matchups we got. And so remember, guys, Florida State won by 3, so that's not a no cover or a push like it would normally be. That counts as a cover for Florida State. So we finished the stream with 2 straight covers. Let me get my players of the game. It's Ben Brothers, Conrad Gatterdam, Joel Everett, and Marcus Vilma. So this is Florida State cover. Ay, what a stream. Thank you guys for watching. This was a crazy one. These BearCaves this season have been diabolical. So just want to make sure we have 1 game remaining. Yes, we do. As we take a look at week 4, which is actually week 3 in the SFA. We got UNLV and UTSA, who we'll see here in a bit. SMU in North Texas, Georgia Tech, Maryland, Florida State, UCF, Tulane, Texas State, LA Tech, Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, undefeated Colorado, And also, if you didn't watch the watch party this week, it was a very, very good game between Syracuse and Notre Dame that came down to the last second. So, recommend watching that one if you have some spare time and bored, don't know what to watch. You can also check out the Yams on YouTube. So Minnesota taking on Penn State. Oh, baby, that'll be a nice BearCave game next week. Ineligible for game day because Penn State already got a game day. Some very interesting matchups across the board here. Oregon, Oklahoma. So next week is the New Heights Classics, folks. Oregon and Oklahoma. So game day is already decided. New Heights Classic. We'll see Taylor Prado's debut. Thought it was going to be week 4. Well, it is. So week 3. So the New Heights Classic is always guaranteed game day, so there will be no poll this week. So get your top 25 in whenever you want. It will be due by tomorrow night. So that will do it here for BearCave. If you missed any part of the stream, you can watch it back on Twitch, or it will be uploaded to YouTube later tonight. Highlights from game day will be available there tomorrow. I'm going to take about a 5-minute break. We'll come back for game day, and then we'll have recruits later on tonight. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I'll see you in a few.